No, we shouldn't go from that, from the market research.
Yes, from the market research, it was clear that it was a no to that.
Actually, you were keen on the rucksack. You never were.
No, I absolutely, Nick, that's right. Common sense was telling me, why would anybody want to put a car seat into a bag anyway? However,
you got that wrong, because it was a great product.
Well, yeah, well, absolutely.
Do you know anything about products, Melody?
I'm not in product development,
okay.
No.
While I'm on you,
yeah?
I'm reading your resume here, and I see that you have got a tremendous amount of awards, OK? Volunteer of the Year Award?
Yes.
Woman of the Future Award?
Yes.
Outstanding Asian Woman Achievement Award?
Yes, that's right.
OK, good. All right, well, it's very nice to have all these awards. Can you tell me what it is you do to get them?
I've been in the youth sector, been working really about improving the lives of children and young people has been the bottom line of what I've been doing.
Very credible.
Thank you. And last year, I set up my own business single-handedly with no capital, with no brand.
What is that business? What is it?
It's a consultancy business, a global consultancy business to improve mostly young people's skills so that they're able to initiate their own product.
Is this a for-profit business, is it?
Yes.
I'm thinking of the end goal of this thing, where I'm going to end up appointing one of you as my 50-50 partner.
Yes.
And, you know, I don't want to set up another government, you know.
Well, I
want to know where the business is.
Sure, absolutely, yeah. The business that I'm proposing to yourself is a very profit-driven business.
Good. Well, we'll get round to that if you get the chance to, maybe.
Thank you.
Let's see if we get beyond this boardroom, shall we?
Sure.
Leon, all I've heard from you today is you're hiding behind this, not speaking the language. You don't speak French. Let me remind you that I started my business back when I was 18 years old, and my suppliers were Japanese, Chinese and Koreans. And I can tell you, I still don't speak any of those languages, but I had to communicate with them in order to buy stuff off of them and get stuff made.
Yeah, that was an oversight from my end. I took a maybe, if you like, back seat, but I don't want to say back seat because I still was on the ground selling, and I did sell. I remember you saying at the beginning it was, you know, you'll be judging on merit by the books as well, so in terms of who made the most sales.
She did.
Yeah, she did. She absolutely did.
She kept them for herself.
Well, yeah.
Well, no one else was doing anything, so it sort of looked like I was hogging it, but actually other people could make calls. Tom and Natasha made one appointment between them.
I don't care if you was hogging it, you see, because for me it shows that you've got some kind of aggression about you because you want to win.
I'm trying to show you, I know you said earlier that you're not hearing from me, but I'm more trying to show you rather than tell you. And then I look over to Tom and I'm thinking, I haven't heard him sell anything.
On this task, my biggest frustration was that the people I asked to do certain things which were very important didn't do them. What I felt like is I had one person who didn't listen, wanted to make sure her arse was completely covered. On the other side, I had someone who didn't do anything. But I don't just want to talk about this task because I want to really make sure that you understand this is the first time I've ever been in the boardroom, and it's not because I've won every task.
No, that's for sure.
That's for sure. I've shown on every single task why that I create value for my team.
Tom, I'm sorry, I think you're making excuses.
The thing I love about Melody,
you have
she's
strengths, but you have weaknesses.
absolutely brilliant at talking and summarising what everybody else has said.
The numbers speak for themselves, Tom. This isn't just me saying it. You went to a pitch and sold nothing. You carried on with the day and sold nothing. In terms of the sales, on my side, we split the ones that went between myself and Natasha, and the ones that I went to see, I had no sales, indeed. Correct.
Why?
Because you can't sell?
Natasha gave the pitch to a major retailer. I didn't make that part of the pitch. When we started talking...
Tom, can I ask, did you take the appointment seriously? Because I heard you say that you flipped a coin to decide who was going to give this pitch.
On this pitch... Did
you flip a coin?
We did an equivalent. We did...
What did you do?
We played paper, scissors, stone to decide, because that was the fairest way of deciding who should give the pitch between the two of us. Natasha is a very talented... stone? Natasha is a very talented...
We're not in
it's a child's game.
Are we in the schoolyard here, or what? Tom, I wanted to give you a chance because, you know, you're alleged to have invented things and sold them into great distribution in the past, which is right up my alley. Right. But you know what? At the moment, you know, there's a great big hole in the ground that you're falling in here, really, yeah? I'm one of the few people who has been running their own business for the last 5 years in the kind of area. Get some confidence back into me. What have you done?
I've created my own products completely from an idea and brought them to market. I've done all the patenting for that, all the branding. I've been out to China to source the manufacturing. I've created a brand and a product. I sold 35,000 to the first distributor in the UK. It was a first start.
You reckon yourself you're like a mini Dyson then, do you?
I believe that I have the potential to be far greater than Dyson and other British inventors.
All right, listen, Melody, you hijacked the process, I think, in this particular case, but you did a lot of selling. I like your hunger for bulldozing your way through and taking the lion's share of the negotiation. And if these two people allowed you to do that, well, then good luck to you. I'm going to let you stay. And I've now got a dilemma as to which one of you two is going. Leon, I don't know what he was doing on this task, to be perfectly frank. All I've heard from you was you couldn't speak French and you left everything to Melody. And Tom, you know, the choosing of the product was wrong, right? That's what I'm disappointed with. You should have stuck with your guns because there was only 4 of you in this team, enough for you to actually say, no, I don't care. I should stick to my instinct. And for that reason, Tom, here we are 8 weeks down the road. I'm struggling, quite frankly, to see how you can stay in this process.
Right.
Sheerly from a gut instinct, I think I've made my mind up. Leon, you're fired.
Thank you for an amazing opportunity, Lord Sugar.
You might think I'm nuts for letting him stay in this thing. I'm letting you stay in, Tom, because you have made products, you have sold to retailers before, yeah, but there isn't much tolerance left for going wrong, OK? You'll take a leaf out of her book, because she's a tiger. OK, she's fighting to win. And I don't know whether you are also. Back to the house, the pair of you. She is ruthless. She'll walk over and tread over anybody. She'll eat them up and spit them out for her breakfast. That's what I like about her, really.
I think she put the boys to shame today.
I'm really upset that he chose me. I really actually saw myself getting to the finals and actually working with Lord Sugar. You know, I'm everything I think he's looking for, so if he's failed to spot that, then it's his loss.
What were his sales figures like?
Melody, she sold 8,000.
She'll have saved her bacon because so many sales.
However, Melody only organised appointments for herself.
That's a bit cheeky, isn't it?
So, because we just split
it's not
sometimes
in the team spirit at all.
No,
this is it. Hello!
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
He said, Melody, I see that you've done a lot of high-profile things, and then he read out each award I'd won. And he looked at me and I said, oh, that's commendable.
Congratulations, 8 in a row.
You've put yourself firmly on the radar with that pitch, Helen.
Thank you. Apart from Helen.
Mad and wonderful.
In the fight for Lord Sugar's £250,000 investment, 7 candidates remain. Next time...
I want you to create a new brand of biscuit.
It's crunch time.
Something's gone wrong and you need an emergency biscuit.
Biscuits, the new popcorn.
But who will crumble?
Any time is treat time.
They're not dogs.
Have that unless you've come up with a great idea now.
We end on a big...
OK, we're not so cheesy.
Something fundamentally wrong here. You're fired.
Leon's with Dara on BBC Two now. They could have a cup of tea from that teapot he drew. While here later, comedy in a confined space. Lee Mack's flat, actually, not going out at 11:15.